Hi everyone, I was going to do a quick video on the 2019 Honda Insight, and the 2020 is going to be same exact vehicle. There's not much difference in terms of both years, so if you are seeing this, this would pertain to you. Now this is an LX model. You can tell because there is no LED fog lights down over here, but LED daytime running lights, LED headlights at night, and also LED turn signals are all standard, even on the base LX model that we have here. We've got Michelin X green tires, which are great for MPG. Also, the brake lights are also LED. Now, let's go ahead and go straight into the pros and cons of this vehicle. Now, I've had this vehicle for almost a year now, and as you can see here, it has about 26,000 miles. So I have driven it quite a bit. So as you can imagine, I do have a lot of experience of this vehicle and the pros and cons of it. Let's just jump into it. Cons. Let's get the bad stuff out of the way first. Cons is very low to the ground. Getting in and getting out of the vehicle is a hindrance. And not only a hindrance in terms of younger or older or anybody, is, you know, you kind of have to grab up here and then get yourself into the vehicle. And that can be a pro, I guess, in terms of aerodynamics and handling, because it's low to the ground. But in a matter of driving this vehicle daily, it gets tiring after a while. So, and all vehicles kind of are getting lower to the ground. We've got a generation 4 Toyota Prius right there in white, and that car is, the seats are lower to the ground, but not as low as this vehicle. This vehicle is very low in terms of the seating posture and such. So that's one con. Second con is, I guess you can say it's a positive or negative, but the lane keeping assist and active cruise control features is not, I want to even say, 80% accurate. You know, I can be driving on a highway or road that has you know, lanes that are very pronounced in terms of the accuracy and standing out, and the vehicle won't be able to you know, for example, be able to keep itself inside the lane. So I think the Honda can improve that. Another con is right here on the seat, you've got hard plastic where your knee is hitting, and your knee will hit that because this is a very low to the ground vehicle and you are sitting in this type of posture. So I wish the Honda could be able to put a little soft touch right here for both the driver and passenger, right down over here. And you know, maybe this type of material that they have is a little bit soft touch. I wouldn't say it's that soft. Maybe they could put it down over here for where the knee is being placed. Another issue with this vehicle is the cloth. This material gets very dirty and it gets easily scratched up. Is not as robust in terms of holding up over time, and this has been, you know, less than a year, and there's only myself in this vehicle. So another issue with this vehicle is the build quality. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a gap right there, right? And it's not only with that, but we're gonna go right here outside the vehicle. In terms of, I mean, let's go ahead and look at this door panel. As you can see here, it's flush, right? It's flush, it's accurate in terms of the distance and the gap in between it, even with this side here. But once we get to this other side, look at this here. It's not flush. This is higher than this. In terms of the gap, you'll notice as well, look at the gap here. It's very, very thin, and then it becomes much more pronounced. Look at this, another unevenness in terms of the light. I don't know if this is a lemon car. As you can see here, this is flush, straight, and you get a larger gap right here. I think the quality has gone down considerably with these Hondas. I don't know what's the, you know, in terms of the build quality. I think Honda is still great in terms of their engine, I don't know in terms of their manufacturing process for the vehicle itself, and in building it in terms of the higher standard. Now, the Toyota Prius here is much more, the build quality is much better than the Hondas. And Toyotas, I don't know what it is. I had a Generation 3 Prius, and the build quality was amazing. And I think you'll get that from a lot of other Prius owners. There were a lot of issues in terms of the Prius Gen 3, which I made a video about, if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, I mean, that's the main drawback. Another drawback is the paint. For Japanese vehicles, I've noticed in comparison to German vehicles, Japanese vehicles, the paint scratches very easily. Now, I don't know if it's like an oil or water-based paint that they utilized, or the amount of paint that's being placed on the vehicle, but it scratches very easily. So just keep that in mind. Pros of this vehicle: it's very stylish. As you can see right here, it has LED daytime running lights, LED headlights, LED turn signals. It has the active lane keeping assist and other technology features on a standard vehicle. It does have the Michelin X Green tires, which are great for MPG, and they're not hubcaps. These are alloy wheels. So great in terms of that. The brakes as well are LED incandescent turn signals though. And the looks of it, it looks like a regular sedan. It doesn't look like it's you know, a crazy looking vehicle like maybe the Prius Gen 4 that a lot of folks are describing. Its stereo system is not bad. The MPG is great. Like I said, we're getting around 55 miles per gallon. And the interior looks nice. It looks like a regular sedan. It looks very nice, very casual. And I've loved this digital information gauge right here. You know, I think that's very futuristic. You've got a variety of different features to have in there. I think that's really cool and really fun. It's like a, you know, little thing that you can be able to play with. I like this too. In comparison to the regular knob of you know, the shift knob. I think that's you know, it opens up a little more space. It gets a little getting used to in terms of pushing buttons. And I like these. These are not shift knobs. These are basically, if you want to build, if you're going down a hill, or if you're coming to a red light, if you don't want to press on the brake and use these instead, these will regenerate your battery based upon the braking. So you want more braking feature, you click on this, and it has three different ways, three different levels of it. And then if you want to back off on that, you press on this lever. But anyways, this was a I mean, as quick as I could make in terms of the downfalls, the pros and cons of this vehicle. As you can see, it has around 26,000 miles on the vehicle, and it does also give you a speed limit indicator right there if you go past the sign. So so far so good. Like I said, the downfall was the quality, the build quality, even the interior. You can see some of these items are just popping up. Even on that side right there, they're just coming off, which is, you know, it's a 2019. I would hope that this vehicle would stand up a little better, not even being that old of a vehicle. But there are downfalls of the build quality of this vehicle. Now the engine, I think, is great. I think Hondas make great engines like Toyota, but the build quality of Toyota, I've noticed, it's much higher. I don't know what it is, but that 2017 Prius, even the older Priuses, this Toyota just builds them a certain way in terms of not only the mechanical parts, but the engine as well. So I hope this was helpful. If you guys have any questions on this vehicle, feel free to post it below. This vehicle does pertain to the 2020 Insight LX as well. So thanks guys for watching. Press a like if this has been helpful, and click on follow for more videos in the future. Thanks.